Once there was a king, and the king had an army. One day the king was riding with his army when he came to the end of the world. Now, by the end of the world is the dark land, and in the dark land is darkness, total darkness. People say that you can only go into the dark land one time in your life. Well, the king's men were scared, but the king was curious. He wanted to go into the dark land. However, he didn't want to get lost in the darkness. So the king told his men to tie up the foals, the young horses, and to ride the mares, the mother horses. Because mother horses can always find their children, even in the dark. The king and his men, they rode into the dark land. They rode and they rode. They rode for the longest time. Everything was dark. Everything was black. But finally, they stopped and they got off their horses. And the men could feel that under their feet there were many, many small stones. Suddenly, they heard a voice. It was not a human voice. If you take a stone, you will regret it. If you don't take a stone, you will regret it. Some of the men decided to take a stone. Some of the men decided not to take a stone. What would you do? Would you take a stone? After this, the king and his men decided to return to the world. The mares were able to find their way through the darkness back to the foals. When the men were in the light again, they looked at the stones, but they were not stones. They were precious diamonds. The men who hadn't taken a stone, they regretted not taking one. And the men who had taken a stone, they regretted not taking more.